Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to another week of You and Idol Precure Yap and Chat streaming. Welcome. How are you all doing? I definitely have some fun things to share with you. If you didn't know, last week was our subathon, and it was a doozy. I streamed 22 hours that week. That is the most that I have ever streamed, and I think usually I stream anywhere from like 12 to like sometimes 12 to 14 hours a week, which is usually about like a roughly 3 or 4 hour stream each day. But we streamed 22 hours last week. It was very insane. And if you missed it, then come here and say hello to Hoshi. Say hi to Hoshi, guys. Hoshi's here now. I also have my own little Precure fairy now. Say hi, that was me. Say hi, Hoshi. Hi, Hoshi. Go say hi. Go say hi. Go say hello to everyone, Hoshi. Say hi, Lily on Twitch. Welcome in. Hi, Rose and Kiroix. Welcome. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yes, there's a Hosh. There's a Hosh. I have my own fairy. My dog is just IRL. My dog is just scratching his collar next to my microphone. But yes, if you did not see, this was the low-key reward for the subathon. The encouragement reward for the subathon is you guys get to meet Hoshi. Hoshi is my little fairy companion. Yes. You guys get to see Hoshi now. I'm really early. Yes. Also, I should say this. Okay, I'll talk about this in a second, but yes, I am starting stream a little bit early, so I'm gonna say some words about that, but hold on. I'm excited to see how the season ends. Same here, but only so it can be over with. I'm not enjoying it. Understandable. Hi, Chrono. Welcome in. But yes, understandable. I'm gonna be so real. I kind of feel like I kind of agree with you guys. I just the season definitely did not chalk up to what I thought it was going to be. So if you're feeling a little bit disappointed with the season, just know that I'm kind of right there with you. You know, like you're not alone in that regard. I haven't been on your streams in a while because I lost interest in the season and started skipping fillers, so we won't have anything to talk about. Exactly. Oh my god. Some of these streams really have been hard because there is so much filler. And I'll talk about this because I have some thoughts concerning this episode and next episode. I have some thoughts because we are in the meat of the season now. We have like roughly 10 episodes left before the end of the season. And I'm not feeling it, so I'll talk about that in a minute. But I'll do the recap and then I'll talk about my feelings because I got some choice words, some more. But yes, so first and foremost, some people, I'm so sorry, this might not be a good thing for some viewers, but I might have to end up switching the stream back over to Sunday. I used to do Sunday for a little bit, but I think I might have to actually switch and go back to Sunday from Monday because M kind of has a part-time job now. Yes, so I can work from home with it, which is nice, but it also kind of conflicts with my 2 p.m. streaming time. So I think we might have to switch back to Sunday 8 p.m. EST. But I'll give it this week. I'll see if I can work anything out. Probably can't, so I'll just let you guys know in advance. I might have to switch back to Sunday because your girl has a part-time job and it is from home and it is on the computer. But that means I have to be working and not streaming, so we'll have to see. I'm gonna have to figure out some new time stuff when it comes to streaming, because the time that I'm supposed to be working now is time when I would be streaming. So I've gotta figure out some plans and stuff. I'm gonna make a little Twitter post and stuff to my my Twitch and stuff a little bit later about this. But yes, we'll have to see about that. Hi, Samela, welcome in. Yes. Let's see. You and Idol has been a major disappointment so far, but this particular episode was heartwarming regarding Nana's relationship with her mother. Yes, yes, which Nana had to come up with a difficult decision in this episode. 100%. Thank you, Chrono. Congratulations on your new job. Happy for you for the new part-time job. My older brother recently got a job himself, and I have an older sibling. Nice. Thank you. Thank you for the congratulations. I'm still gonna do YouTube, obviously. Still gonna do that. It doesn't like conflict with my schedule enough that like anything but like streaming is really the only thing that it kind of conflicts with. But I can just move the times around. But videos and stuff will be completely, you know, it's okay. It doesn't conflict with videos whatsoever. But I might have to figure out some new stuff when it comes to streaming. But we'll have to see. So I just wanted to be open with you guys and let you guys know that yeah, even though I do work from home, of course, I have to be on the clock when they want me on the clock, so I cannot be streaming when they want me on the clock. Just so you guys know. So yes, yes. But yes, let's go ahead. I fear we should just go ahead and talk about the episode so I could get into my my yappening, because I have some yaps about this episode slash kind of the way that they're doing episodes towards the end, I should say, because throughout the season, I'll say this first thing, throughout the season, I have not been happy because there is so much filler. There are so much little details when it comes to like idol stuff that like, you know, it's just not important in the long haul. Like, they haven't had proper performances on stages, and yet they're doing things like doing collaborations with like makeup for Pretty Holic. They're like, you know, doing stretches and like they're doing workouts one episode, and then they're making CDs one episode, and then they're doing fan club stuff. How are you gonna have a fan club when you don't even perform? Like, be so for real. Be so for real. This is not how you should go about being an idol. If you want to do an idol group, there are people who make their own idol groups. It's amazing. And this is not the way to go about it. If you have dreams of starting your own idol group, do not follow the You and Idol Precure girls, because you will be broadcasting your stuff to no one. Because genuinely, like, yes, the CD might have been good, but like, they only have, I'm gonna be so real, they only have fans because they're Precure. Because they're fighting monsters. I'm gonna be so real. Like, they did not do a whole lot. Like, yes, they went viral on like YouTube, but like, or was it called CureTube or something on CureTube? They went viral, sure, but like, you have to actually perform to keep up with the hype instead of just beating monsters and performing the same song over and over again. That like, the fairies aren't even recording. They're not even recording their new stuff. Like, even their ribbon song, like, I was kind of disappointed in a couple episodes ago where, like, you know, they have a full group now. So they do a full group song at the end sometimes. And the running gag joke of Purin, like, filming them without their consent and uploading it to the internet didn't happen. And I'm like, why? That has been a running gag, like, joke basically for every single cure when they turn into a cure. But now we've got new songs, and you're just gonna abandon the joke? Like, did the writers forget, or did they just not care? Because, like, yes, it was small, but it would showcase that, you know, their YouTube isn't, like, dead. Because it feels like it's dead. They have not mentioned, like, a CureTube, YouTube, whatever you want to call it in this universe, since, like, I think, Zakyun and Kiss. So, like, low-key, that's really disappointing. It's been, like, nearly 20 episodes. And they haven't even said anything about their YouTube. I mean, I guess they did a couple, like, promotional videos throughout, but, like, it just kind of rubs me the wrong way that they're, you know, it's weird. It's like social media, like, only comes up when they need it to be for, like, a subplot filler. And low-key, social media is the way that you're gonna get fans in this day and age. As an idol, you are going to get fans by being on social media. So, like, it's so weird. It's so weird. And, like, they don't do proper things, like, have concerts. Like, if you're an idol, your number one thing should be, you are supposed to be having concerts, putting out music. like number one thing. It should not be like, you know, doing brand collabs. It should not be, you know, like doing like silly little things like recording like CDs or doing promotional videos. It really should be your performances. Like, I don't personally feel like I got the vibe from this season that the idols are big enough. Exactly, I like this comment. The girls are the girls even popular anymore? I swear to God, yes. Like, I don't feel like they're popular enough to be at a dome. Like, if they weren't like Precures, like fighting like warriors, magical girl warriors, I don't think that they would be as popular, because yes, you can have stuff go viral, and yes, you can have fans, you know, even if, you know, kind of fame dies off a little bit. You see that all the time with like people who get like, you know, very viral and then they fall off kind of like from mainstream, but they still have fans, you know? And like, yes, they could have that, but I just feel like they're not, you know, like really focusing on like fans. And like, I would have loved if they would do more concerts. And like, by concerts, again, I don't even know if they're like dome ready, because yes, we had a little bit of like stage fright, yes, we had a little bit of like performing as the Cures at the end, but they haven't had the proper stage time that they need. And like, that is such a huge thing. You see that in so many idol shows, is that the first stage is scary. And like, I was in Indie Idol once, I know what it's like to be on a stage. The first time you sing and dance in front of people, it's scary. And like, they didn't really have that moment, you know? We didn't even really get to see them perform on stage. So like, low-key, a little bit salty about that. I'll be so real. I'm a little salty about it. I just, personally, I don't like the direction that they're going with the way that they're handling like idol stuff. It just doesn't feel like the normal route, you know? So I'll shut up now. I didn't like it. It felt so rushed and uninteresting. Plus, we've had a lot of other Cures make decisions between Precure and personal life way better. Exactly. And it's not his fault she's mistreated. Yes, I'll be so real with you. It does feel very rushed. It feels, again, like they weren't prioritizing the right things when it comes to idol stuff, but also there just feels like there's so much filler. There is so much ungodly filler. Like, we are in the final stretch of the episodes, and we have gotten no new lore about, like, Lady Darkine and the fairies, and Loki, the fairy queen, who was helping them in the first couple episodes, feels like she is just, like, you know, gone. They told her to F off and like stay in this like crystal. Like, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? She should be such an important character. She should be like a Princess Leia that they contact whenever they need like some sort of like guidance or something. I just don't feel like, one, the fairies too, and I hate to be mean to the fairies, because Mero did have her whole arc. She is much more tolerable now, and she is a lot nicer now. But like, in previous seasons of Precure, the fairies feel like they're really trying to guide the Cures. That's kind of the whole deal, is that they are the guides for the season, teaching the magical girls, you know, about their powers and like what they need to do. And like, I just feel like Mero and Puri have their own thing. Like, they are so obsessed with being idols, and like, also Mero is very obsessed with their relationship with Puri. I just feel like they're not guiding. They're not doing any guiding. It's weird. It's just weird. It just feels like it's not how fairies usually act. Like, not saying that fairies, you know, when they come to Earth, they don't have their own ambitions or goals or anything, but like, it just feels weird. It just doesn't feel right. It feels like there's too much happening, and it feels like the characters are just kind of like trying to be idols and magical girls on the side, which is weird, because I feel like with Precure, and of course there have been other idols in Precure, but I just feel like most of them, they feel like a magical girl first, and then whatever other thing, like hobby, second. But in UN Idol Precure, it really feels like they're an idol first, magical girl later. And I just feel like that doesn't personally work with Precure, because Precure is a magical girl series. It's not an idol series that features magical girls. No. So like, it just doesn't feel right to me. Just doesn't feel right. Let's see, let's check. Especially when you compare the season to the Heisei era Precure, especially the older seasons like Doki Doki, Fresh, Splash Star, Heartcatch, Sweet, Futariwa. The season's villains are so lackluster and bland. There are barely any high stakes in the season. Even Star Twinkle had higher stakes regarding the 12 princess stars. Yes, 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 yes. Exactly, exactly. Where's Lady Darkine? She appeared 3 times to be a big scary woman to Cuddy, Zachary, and Marrow, and that's it. Where did the good Precure villains go? Honestly, the villains are so trash this season. They really are. Like, I'm gonna be so real. I had a lot of high hopes for Joji / Kazuma, and I really thought when we, a few episodes, got his, like, episode where we learn about who he is, his connection to Kaito, I was thinking, like, oh, finally, we're gonna get an actual villain. And then cut to where we are now, a couple episodes later, and he's still just chilling out at their little villain bar, teasing. My god, what's her name? Choco? Just like teasing her and stuff. Like, they are really trash villains. I'm gonna be so real. They are very trash. And exactly, I like that you talk about the stakes, because there is no stake in this. Like, it feels like, yeah, the fairies are kind of, you know, they're all crystallized, but I mean, not that big of a deal. We'll get to them when we get to them. There's no, like, the fate of the world, like, the doom, end times are coming, the world will be destroyed. There's nothing like that. And I feel like, because there's nothing like that, there's no reason for the Cures to, you know, really feel any pressure. And I don't think we felt any pressure when it comes to, like, magical girl, like, stuff. For them, like, even when, like, Uta transformed and did, like, her ribbon form, the red form, she still low-key was not, like, really stressed out about the fate of the world. She was stressed out about a boy that she likes. Like, it just doesn't feel like your typical Precure seasons. Like, I'll be so real, and I hate saying this, but I'm really disappointed with the season. I'm really disappointed, and I'm gonna make a video. I'm going to make a video once this is completely over, and I'm gonna give my full thoughts and opinions, because I was so excited when this season came out. You've heard me yap about this before. I was so excited. I have been waiting for an idol season for years from Precure, and now that I got it, it's not really what I was wanting or hoping for. So I feel like if anyone can say they're disappointed, it should be me. I have been waiting for this season for so long, and I finally got it. And like, when it was announced that it was an idol season, people were tagging me on like every social media platform. They were like, look, your season. Because for years now, I have been saying I want an idol season. So like, if anyone can say that they are disappointed, it should be me. And I feel like if I say I'm disappointed, I feel like you should take that and run with it, because if I'm disappointed, I've been waiting for this so long and I'm even disappointed. That's sad. That's sad. Yeah, I just don't think idols mix well with other genres. I could see that. I think you really have to do it well. I think, I'm gonna be so real, I really think this season missed like the writing plot. I don't know if it's the same writers, or if they, like, the writers who wrote some of the really good seasons just like went on a year-long vacation or something for this one, and they had to hire some new people. But the writers for this season, they have missed the mark. Absolutely missed the mark. Like, I'm gonna be so real, the story is just too wishy-washy. There's too much filler, and like, the important stuff is not being fleshed out properly. And I'm gonna be so pissed off if they wait till the last couple episodes to really, like, you know, like, flush out, you know, the fairy arc, the crystallized fairies who are waiting to be saved, Lady Darkine, the villains. Like, I'm gonna be so mad if they rush through it in the last couple episodes just to end it on like a happy high note. And of course, Precure always ends on a happy high note, but if they rush through that, I might actually go crazy. I might actually throw my stuff around, because I will be so upset if they rush through all of this, like, you know, character and filler stuff, and like get to the main characters, the villains. If we get to the villains, especially Lady Darkine, and they rush through it, I'm gonna be so mad. Like, you're telling me that you couldn't cut out all these stupid filler episodes to really focus on the villains? Like, be so for real. Yes, oh my god, writer of Go Princess, Jin Tanaka, I need him back. Yes, absolutely. Oh my god. Like, I just don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're smoking for this season. Hi, Zeus, welcome. How are you doing? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead before I yap anymore and do the little talk about for this episode. So, this is episode 40. This episode is all about Nana. So in this episode, it starts off by the girls showcasing, like, Kokoro has these like little plushy mascots of all of the cures that she handmade. And so everyone's talking about their idol in the group. And of course, Mero is like, Puri's always going to be my idol. But then she asks Nana who Nana's idol is. And Nana can't give a straight answer, and the answer is not even someone in the group. And so this leads into Nana kind of questioning, like, who is my idol throughout the episode. And then we see very early on that her father has tickets. So these tickets are to fly the two of them to France to see her mother, who is an very amazing pianist. Pianist. That's the word. Pianer. The Southern's coming out. Anyway. Yeah, so basically they fly over to France. They watch Nana's mom's performance, and this is where Nana realizes that her mom's piano like concert really makes her feel warm and fuzzy inside. And she's like, I really want to do something like you do. And so this leads into her mom saying, Nana, there's something really special about you. Her mom hears her play her own piano solo, and her mom thinks that it would be beneficial for Nana to stay in France with her and learn piano. So I kind of predicted this, I'll be so real, I kind of predicted this in the last episode, but now Nana has the choice of whether she should stay in France and study under her mother as a pianist, or if she should go back home and be an idol Precure. So she's kind of torn. And so anyway, the girls low-key, and I'm really glad about this, I'm really glad that this is what they did, but the girls didn't really force Nana. Like, yes, they were upset, but they weren't like begging and like getting angry at her about like, Nana, no, you're a Precure, you have to come home with us, you have to stay with us. They were kind of like, you know, like, of course we want you to be with us, but you know, this is your decision. And I kind of like that. I like that you really focus on Nana having to make the decision for herself, whether she wants to, you know, be an idol Precure or move to France, because if she moves to France, she can't be a Precure in Japan, of course. So anyway, also we do see a little bit of the villains, and low-key again, Kazuma and Choco, I keep forgetting her name. Choco they bicker. All they do is sit here and bicker, but anyway, she goes out, and she is the one, actually, she doesn't go out this time, it's actually, Kazuma who goes out. Joji, whatever his name is. He goes out, and he infects someone, turning them into the monster. And so, since Nana is quote-unquote away, everyone but Nana turns into a Precure. And so they fight against the monster, they fight against Joji, when all of a sudden, just as they're about to lose, the power of friendship comes into play, and Nana returns to Japan, and she showcases that her choice is to become a Precure and to stay a Precure. And so, she turns into Cure Wink, and she gets a solo song to revive the enemy back to a normal person, and then we get to see the truth, that Nana tells her mom, you are my idol, and I want to be just like you, but I have something very special in Japan, and I don't want to give up on that yet. And so we see like a good moment between her and her mother, where her mom acknowledges that her daughter has matured while she's away, and Loki, you could tell that the mom was kind of like proud sad, because you know, it's like, oh, my daughter's grown up and I haven't been there to see, but you can tell that she's very proud, because her mom says, well, you think that I'm your idol, but to me, Nana, you're always gonna be my idol. And also, we get this little scene where when her mom watches quote-unquote Cure Wink's performance and her own piano skills, she thinks to herself, this sounds an awfully lot like the piece Nana plays. So I honestly low-key believe that her mom might be inclined to think that Kirwink might be Nana. So I think the mom might know. I think people who might know about their identity so far, Loki, Nana's mom, and what's his name? Hibiki Kaito. I can remember his name. Kaito. I think Kaito and Nana's mom, Loki, unconfirmed, but Loki think they know Wink and Idol's identity. And so, in the next episode, titled You and Idol Precure, I'll Protect Hearts Going Kyun Kyun, we see basically Love Live, LEIACE, no school idol club. The school idol club cannot become a thing. No, I will shut this club down. That is basically what this episode is about. It is basically Love Live. Basically, like, oh my god. Out of nowhere, random, like, girl never seen before in the series pops up. Student council president says no more idol club, and so it is the idol club and especially Kokoro's job now to fix this problem and keep the idol research club going. So we'll have to see what that's about next episode. Okay, let me catch up on chat real quick. Let's see. Hero Kira Kira, which was not as good, but I still loved it. Yes. This episode broke me. No, but how did Nana get back from France to Japan so quickly? It takes hours, half a day and some more hours to do so. Writers don't know geography. I'm gonna be so real, yeah. Like, I knew that they were gonna do that because, you know, Precure, power of friendship. I figured they were gonna do that. It's such a common trope. But, yeah, I'm gonna say logically maybe time zones differences, maybe she made up her mind before the battle, but like Loki, how would you get there right as you are needed in the battle? The comedic irony of writing magical heroes. Yes, she was dead ass just like me. I'm gonna go back to my team that hardly pays attention to my existence. Let's see. I also agree that compared to previous seasons, Peperon and Mararon are basically doing their jobs as proper fairy mascots. They just seem more like they're doing their own thing, becoming lazy, and more interested in the idol world than the high stakes of properly guiding Kimito idol cures. Yes. For example, if we're talking about Precure, people... can't read, I'm so sorry. Nibble had to properly guide Nagisa and Honoka because those Death Zone villains possess serious threats and high stakes, and heck, Meeple stated to Nagisa many times that she cannot transform without her partner Honoka, which created unique high stakes. Seriously, what happened to original concept and original morale message behind that? Have Toei Animations ever had any literature in general about morale lessons? Honestly. Hello, May. Welcome up. How are you doing? I almost teared up when Nana almost quit the team. Yeah, I feel like I kind of knew low-key because of just how Precure goes. I'm like, I know she's not gonna quit the team, but I really do like that the other Precures really left the decision up to her to decide and didn't like get angry at her and didn't like try to force her to like, you know, make a decision. So that I really do like. Very EP, just got home from short shift. Get some rest. Have some tea. I got some tea. I'm gonna get some tea real quick. Nom. I don't really like it that much. Hibiscus. Not a favorite. Not a favorite. But yes. I'll be so real with you guys. For this next episode, I'm disappointed. I'll say this. I am disappointed. No time for rest. My gacha waifus need me. Yes. Do make some tea. My Genshin waifus need me. I have not played in a while. But, oh my goodness. Can I just say, I really don't like that we're in the last 10 episodes of this season and they're still throwing, like, filler at our faces. Like, why does it matter so much that the Idol Research Club is under fire by the new student council president? Like, What in the Love Live is this? Like, I don't know if it's a nod to Love Live, because if you guys aren't Love Live fans, basically that happens just about every season, is the student like council president or someone, usually it's the student council president, is like, okay, we're not doing a school idol club. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Wow, thank you for the watch streak. 20 stream streak, oh my god. My god. Like, she was the student council president, real. Oh my god, imagine Ellie actually showed up. For real. For real. Like, genuinely, I don't know. I'll be so real. I don't know if this is a nod to Love Live, because that is low-key. That is their trope. That, like, every season, just about, until, like, I think Superstars doesn't have this trope anymore, but even in Nijigasaki, like, it wasn't necessarily Nana slash Setsuna, who, she was the student council president, but it was more so like the vice presidents were like, no, we don't want the idol club. But like, low-key, that is like such a Love Live trope, to have the school student president be like, no, we're shutting this down, we're done. So I don't know if next episode is it. Oh, was it Rin? I see. Okay, I haven't. Let me be so real. I haven't watched a whole lot of it. I'm actually rewatching it as we speak. I'm going through the first season and rewatching all the Love Live seasons, because I kind of fell off when it came to Superstars. I'll be so real. Nijigasaki a little bit. I didn't watch season 2 at all, but I gotta get back into it. But yes, off topic, but I'm gonna watch Hakuto and Max Heart next. Those are good. Those are good seasons. Hi Josh, yes, oh my god, we were talking about that. Nana went from France and back so fast. I was amazed, honestly. Like, where's the, yeah, exactly. Writers don't know geography. Like, how? 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 The power of friendship. But, like I said, this might just be a nod to Love Live, but like, I'll be so real. I just don't feel like we need it. I do not feel like we need it. We don't need it. Like, we need to be focusing on the main plot of the show, which is the villains, and the whole fact that the fairy world are literally still frozen in crystals, and like, Lady Darkine is just there, supposedly. Hopefully she's there. We don't even know. Like, we haven't even really seen her. She low-key, like, I think maybe 1 or 2 episodes she came out. Like, one episode is she gave the power to Cuddy, or no, yes, to Cuddy first, and then like a couple episodes later, Zachary got power from, I believe it was Joji, but I know it wasn't her, because I was low-key like, why it's her power, why isn't she given that power? But like, low-key, girl has just kind of been forgotten. Like, to be the quote-unquote main villain, as listed on the wiki, the main villain of the season, Lady Darkine, to be the main villain, girl does not ever show up. Like, since we're talking about some of the other episodes, like, what happened to like seasons, like, for example, off the top of my head, Smile Precure, what happened to seasons where we would cut to see the like henchmen that we see, like, you know, like the Cuddys and Zekities and Chocos? What happened to seeing them actually interact with the main villain, actually seeing them talking to the main villain? Whether it just be like a blob of evil shadow or whatnot. What happened to like the main villains being like dark kings or queens or like entities that actually have a say? Like, she's literally just in the shadows. She is not even existence, apparently. She is not in existence whatsoever. Like, where is she? What happened to her? Where did she go? She's not here. So like, it's very annoying. I will say it's very annoying just to see the fact that like the villains are just kind of like pushed off to the side in this season, because to be honest, when you have a hero show, and Magical Girls, it is a hero show. It is. Different genre than like your typical hero shows, but like, it still is a hero show. You have someone fighting against someone good, aka the Magical Girls, fighting against a villain. That is what the premise of the show is. And if you don't showcase the villains, there's no reason for the viewers to want to root for the heroes to fight against the villains. Like, there's no reason to really root for them because, like, there's no big goal. Like, the world is not in jeopardy. The fairy folk have already been encapsulated into Crystal. So it's like, they're just low-key chilling, waiting. They're like, you know, probably just sitting there thinking days are going by, like, you know, when are we gonna get help? You know, it's been a while. I'd like to get out of here. Like, what the heck? Like, you can't do that to them. Like, they're just waiting to be freed. And the quote-unquote heroes are over here singing and performing and, like, making CDs and going on dates. And, like, why? Why? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And low-key, I feel like that's why I'm very upset with this season. Like, I think what they should have done is, I feel like for this season, you should have made the villains be like a dark idol group or something. That is what I wanted. That is what I hoped for. That is what I feel like would have been the best choice. Is I feel like you should have had the villains not be like some big, like, you know, corporation, because that's what like all of the like villains kind of feel like. Like Cuddy, Zekari, Choco, they feel like a corporation. It's giving Hugto Corporation vibes, but like I wish that it was like, you know, maybe Lady Darkine is like the puppet master and she empowers her own group of like idols. Like, dare I say it, I think this season would have been good if it followed the trope of K-pop demon hunters. That's what it is. That's that movie. If they had followed the trope of K-pop demon hunters, as in the regards of there is the quote-unquote good group, Huntrix, fighting against evil, fighting for the good, and then you have, you know, the bad group, Saja Boys, who are like, you know, the evil ones and stuff. Like, that kind of bickering between, like, groups, that would have been so perfect for the season, because that would make sense as to why they would be idols, but also be magical girls who fight. It feels like that is the only way that you can properly tie in magical girls and idols together, is if you have them fighting on stage, quote-unquote fighting on stage with the quote-unquote enemy group. That is, in my opinion, the only real way that you can really do this trope justice of having, you know, fighters, magical girls as idols. Because like we mentioned before, it's really hard to kind of like do these two tropes together, because, you know, when idol seasons are usually about like a story of someone, you know, growing. It's usually the story of, you know, zero to hero, zero to fame. So like you start off as just a normal person who wants to be in an idol group, like whether that's Love Live. Normal person going to high school, you make your own group, your own choreography, your own, like, you know, everything basically, and then you rise through the charts into stardom. Even with like series like Aikatsu or Precure, like you basically have to compete in competitions, or you go to an idol school but you have to learn to be an idol. Like, yes, it can be done. I do absolutely think that it can be done to mix these two genres, but idol series, you go from zero to hero. And with Magical Girl series, it's kind of the same. You go from zero to hero, but with Magical Girls, usually there's not the aspect of trying to grow and trying to, like, you know, be on camera and be on a stage. More so, Magical Girls are like, you know, crime fighters in the shadows, you know? We see that a lot where, you know, you don't really want to know their identity. And with idols, of course you want to know their identity. So I feel like, yes, it can be done, but the way that they did it in this season was not the way that it should have been handled. Because, let's be real, it just doesn't work. It does not work. The writing has fallen off. Like, it makes me sad to say that, but like, this season, I wish I could have all that time back. And I hate to say that because I was so excited for this season. The characters look amazing. They are great Precure characters. The characters are great. But just the writing's terrible. I have to say it. I have to be so real. I'll say more about this. I'm like, as we have been going through these 40 episodes of the season, I have been writing down in a Google Doc since the beginning of the year, basically, all my thoughts and opinions about the episodes and how I feel. So that is going to be translated in the end of this season. I'm gonna sit down and make a proper video and talk about how I felt during the season, because this was supposed to be my season. I'm being a big baby. This was supposed to be my season that I've been waiting for. Let me have this. Okay, I'm done yapping. Let me catch up on chat now. Let's see. This felt like the Rika episode from Smile/Glitter Force. Yes, absolutely. Precure needs to respect their villains more, and so does the fandom. They're legit the sole reason all this Cure stuff is going down. Honestly, without the villains, there is no need to become a magical girl. Like, if you don't have someone to fight, you know, like, why bother becoming a hero, you know? Especially one who their sole purpose is to fight against evil. Like Sailor Moon said it, fighting evil by moonlight. Like, yeah. I think the villain should be... Oh, yes! That works perfectly. I think the villain should have been the Dazzling from My Little Pony Equestria Girls kind of thing. Yes! That would have been... Yes! Absolutely, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree there. What is your guys' opinions on Yes Precure? Oh, Yes Precure. I have not watched that season, so I personally can't give my opinion. But if you guys have any opinions on Yes Precure, do let me know. But yes, let me catch up on over Twitch stuff over on Twitch. Just got Hyacinth, and I didn't realize she was so short. Yes! I love Hyacinth. I want to do a cosplay of Hyacinth. Hyacinth, she's not a magical girl, but in my heart, she's a magical girl. She's got the pretty pink and blue hair. She's got a little cute dress. She's got a unicorn. That's a magical girl in my eyes. Headcanon magical girl. But yes, she's very, I would say she's short, but like she's in the middle category of, like, you know, I would say like young teenager category where they're like kind of shorter, you know. For example, I recently finished this book called Camp Sunnyside with Friends, Volume 7, The Witch in Cabin 6. Well, it's a silly, fun children's story novel. The classic 80s book delivered a good moral lesson on not to quickly, unfairly judge a new friend based on appearance, or how she looks or dresses, or accessories, lockets which they wear. The story was a silly witch with one of the main characters in the book named Megan unfairly accused a new girl of being a witch. That sounds like a good book, actually. I kind of like that. But anyways, my point is, these recent Precure seasons feel like they're missing these types of basic morale lessons of the power of friendship and not being quick to judge, like how early Precure seasons did. For an example, Sweet Precure, Cure Melody and Rhythm got off the rocky start, which strained their friendship, and they both had to slowly build up to a proper friendship that took 19 episodes to do so. That's what I like about that season. Exactly. Exactly. Like, I think I only watched the first episode of Sweet, but yes, absolutely agree there. That is another big thing, and I'm glad you pointed that out, Chrono. I do think that this season is missing the moral of the story lesson, because of course you gotta take into, you know, account that Precure is a kids show. It is based for a younger audience, and I will say, yes, there are seasons and sometimes episodes that feel like they deal with stuff that's a little bit more, I would say, instead of kids, maybe more like teens and stuff. So yes, like, it is a kids show, but just because it's a kids show doesn't mean the writing has to be crap. Like, let's be so real. And like, usually with kids shows, there is a moral of the story to some regard. There's a moral of the story, and I do feel like this whole season is missing the main moral of the story. Like, yes, in certain episodes there's the moral of the story. Like, I really liked the one episode out of all of these episodes that really stood out to me was the Mother's Day episode with Kokoro. Like, that one really stood out, and I really liked that one. But The problem is that I don't feel like the whole season has a moral of the story thing. Yes. I think both Precure, yes, Precure, both sequel and Precure are so boring I can't stand it. The villains felt more like Power Rangers. You're not scared of them during the Neo Saban era. Ah, yes, exactly. Yeah, you're not scared of them. That's another good point. You're not scared of the villains. Like, they just kind of feel like comic relief villains, which can be good. But even Joji / Kazuma doesn't really feel like he's that scary, like that worrying. Because he's low-key just kind of, he feels like a trickster, you know? Like, he just kind of comes in, plays the bad guy, and then he's like, alright, bye, I guess. You know, whatever. Like, there's no real huge threat. And that low-key, it's a little bit disappointing. Yeah, she's Clara's height, yeah. And yes, let's see. You and Idol should have done, or should have at least gone down the Princession Orchestra, which, for example, in the show, the villains from the Jabberwock organization that Princesses Ripple, Zeal, and Meteor are basically fighting are basically the Dark Idol group. This is exactly what I wanted them to do in Kimito Idol. Exactly. Exactly. Yes. This too. Villains are supposed to be imitating, yet all Precure does with them now is make them brain-dead idiots who can't fight to save their lives. I agree. I agree. I really want to see villains who genuinely are scary again and pose a threat, because I really did not feel like, honestly, anyone poses a threat. I feel like the one with the most potential to be a real threat really is Joji / Kajima, but like Choco, Cuddy, and Zachary, they're just there. They're just there. They're comedic relief villains through and through. Like, I'm gonna be so real. And like, I'm gonna be real, it could be because they're fairies and they weren't fully evil to begin with, you know? Like, I don't think the fairies necessarily are big evil entities, you know? But like, I just don't feel like even the things that turn them into villains, I don't think that it was, not that it's not a big deal, but like, it just wasn't like a huge drive for them, you know? Like, Cuddy was like low-key, like I believe he was like stupid or something, and Zachary was like, I can't remember, it's been so long, but like basically the fairies in their fairy world like kind of like didn't talk to them, kind of ignored them because they had bad traits, and I really don't like that that wasn't explored in their character. That oh yeah, people made fun of me and so I turned into a bad guy. Like, you could have had a good arc about that. Instead, their arc was, oh, this idol character, yeah, they were really nice to me, I guess I'm gonna stan them. I guess I'm gonna be good now and stan them. It's like, whoa. What about your insecurities that made you into a villain in the first place? That their song just, you know, their song got you so good that you want photo cards and like, you know, be #1 on the website. Like, is that how to fix you know, insecurities? Because I don't think that my Bang Chen photo cards make me less insecure. I'll be so real. Like, I'll be so real. I'm like, dang, I wish I looked like him. Like, I'm gonna be so real. Like, that just doesn't make sense. That they're, the whole reason that they became bad villains in the first place is that they were insecure about things that people said to them or like acted around them, and that caused, you know, evil to fill their hearts as fairies, and then they become Cuddy and Zachary. Like, alright, so why wasn't that explored more? Like, Dice Sphere from Go Princess is the only Precure villain that would make me soil myself. In fact, I was actually anxious whenever she was on screen during the season. That's what we need, to be honest. Exactly. Exactly. Like, I just wish that the villains had better writing, you know? And I can say this, and I think I'm one of the few people who can say this because I am actively taking writing classes, because I am writing a book, and villains are something that I struggle with as well. And so I am actively in writing classes to talk through writing stuff. I don't think people realize this. You see this in the back, you see behind me, you see my new little, oh, I took my glasses off. You see my little background back here, guys? You see this? Look, look, look. Here, let me just figure out how to be a VTuber. Y'all see all this behind me? This is my magical library. I'm not in a magical library for no reason. It's because I like books and I like writing, and I'm literally on the path now to do writing. I'm literally studying characters and how to build characters for a story, especially villains. So I feel like if anyone right now can critique these villains, it will be me, because I am currently in classes for this. Hi Brandon, welcome. Yes, did you see that it's rumored that next Precure series will have the most episodes? Ooh, that's nice. I'm excited. I hope it's a good season then. I really hope it's a good season, because like, I just feel like I could not sit through like a longer season of You and Idol than what we have. So hopefully it's a really good one. Oh my god, yes! Bring back our trios, yes. Oh my god. Jikchu trios, yes. How's your book coming along? It's going good. I wrote a chapter last night. I had to spend, like I said, a lot of time doing writing studies and stuff for characters, because I always feel like I personally struggle with the villains. And again, maybe this is why, maybe it's just me. I feel like you guys are on the same ball as me though, but just saying, maybe it could be me. Maybe the villains are just, you know, not, you know, that great in my opinion, because I am studying writing villains right now. I'm taking a class that teaches you how to write characters, how to write heroes, main protagonists, and also how to write antagonists and villains, and also side characters. So I'm currently in writing classes right now, where I'm learning how to, you know, properly write characters and how to make it not bad. So maybe it's just me clocking the show that is for kids a little bit too hard, because I'm currently in writing classes. But I'm gonna be real, I feel like you guys, you know, you kind of been agreeing with me, so I feel like maybe it's not just me. But yes, I'm at chapter 7 now of my 3rd rewrite of my book, and I've had to kind of pause writing my book a little bit, just because, again, taking writing classes means that I decided that the character arcs my characters were on were trash, and I wanted to redo it. So I had to go back and rewrite the entire plot. So yes, that's been the main focus, but I try to get in 30 minutes of work on the book daily. I'm currently, okay, I'm gonna tell you guys this real quick, pause real quick. If you didn't come to the subathon, we just finished up our subathon. As you can see up in the corner, our goal was 40, and we got, or our goal was 30, and we got 44 subs. So you guys absolutely crushed it. That money is going to be going into computer parts. I have to buy a 600 computer part for my computer so I can play games and stream properly. But 2026, I am planning to make merch, and this is probably going to be more so merch of my VTuber, but I might have some main channel, like, you know, stuff included. I'm gonna try to look into stuff for pins. I've already got some, like, artists and stuff, kind of, what's the word, like, in mind. I have it in mind. I have some stuff in mind. So I'm going to look through getting merch. So that's going to be 2026 beginning of the year plans, is to work on merch. And then I'm going to start working on getting some portfolios for my characters done for my book, so that way you can actually see the characters. And I feel like beginning of the year 2026, it's going to be very focused on VTuber merches and stuff, and then the second half of the year is going to be very focused on book, because I would like book to be a little bit more done before I start revealing like character portfolios and character you know, cards and stuff, talking about characters and whatnot. So yes, seeing you get published would be fantastic. Thank you. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. It's my goal. It's my goal in my book series. But yes, I want it to be perfect. So perfect as in, at least to me as the author, I want it to be as perfect of a story as I can make it. But I do have another story in mind already, and I really want to write it, but I'm like, no, I shouldn't. I'll postpone it. But yes. Every brick goes well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you guys. But yes, we're planning for some stuff soon next year when it comes to merch. I'm planning to do like a standee and like a pin collection. So yes, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Also, people have been really wanting Hoshi merch. Now that Hoshi's here, a lot of people have wanted Hoshi merch, so I got some stuff working on. I have put together a couple of names of artists and stuff that I want to commission, so I'm getting started on it. But I gotta get the computer first and foremost. That is the big thing, is to get the computer working. Like, computer, merch, book, and then model 2.0 is kind of what I'm going for, and those are big money ordeals. Big money ordeals. So that's gonna take some time. But yes, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch Princession Orchestra at some point. Yes. It's amazing for the most part. Only one or two stinkers. Okay, I definitely will start that. I'm getting back into my anime phase. I said this before, real quick before I end. I do this thing where I go between watching a lot of YouTube to anime, where it's like for maybe like a couple months or so, I will watch only YouTube videos. I will only want to watch YouTubers, and then I get a little bit bored because stuff stops coming out as regular, and then I'll watch like anime for a couple months, and then when I missed a lot of videos from like YouTubers, I'll be like, okay, let me go back and watch. So I fluctuate between YouTube and anime. And I'm getting back into watching my anime phase right now because, like I said, I started Love Live again. So I'll definitely add Princession Orchestra to that watch card. But yes. A lot of fun things coming up soon before we end as well. One, I've said this before, but videos might be a little bit wacky because I am planning to move my room around, and I'm going to get a new setup. So that might cause some issues with videos. There might be some delays here on the main channel, but next week, by the way, hope you guys like Sailor Moon. You guys like Sailor Moon in here? I hope you like Sailor Moon, because I did not mean to plan it like this, but one of the videos that I was working on had some issues, so I had to go back and redo it. But you're getting another Sailor Moon video this week. Hope you're excited by that. Lots of Sailor Moon content. I'm sorry, I love Sailor Moon. It was my first ever magical girl series, and I love it. So I'm making a video about Sailor Moon this week, and also Vlogmas is going to be starting, not on this channel. This is the first year, I believe. No, this is the second year. Technically, it was on the second channel, Glitter Diaries, but I think I took it down because it was really bad, because I was like making minute-long videos. But yes. Vlogmas, properly Vlogmas, is going to start coming December 1st on Glitter Diaries. That's my second channel, so make sure you check it out. I'll post all this stuff in a like little community section. Also, I am gonna open up the community tab thing soon. There's this new feature where you guys can like talk to me, where it's like I don't have to post something. If you have any thoughts or something, like videos or something you would like to see, things you want to see me talk about or cover, or things that you think I should like watch or whatnot, there's this new community thing that I am working on getting set up, so be on the lookout for that. But yes. Yes. I wouldn't be here if I didn't like the Sailor Scouts. Honestly, understandable. As a multitasker, I try to watch a balance between YouTube videos and old school modern cartoons and anime, catching up on my games and streams. Yes, same. I feel like, though, I definitely get into a habit of like, you know, I only want to watch this person's content, and then I binge it so much that I run out of content. I'm like, well, I gotta go find something else, I guess. But yes. Okay, well, I'm gonna clock the stream here. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will be streaming, if you're on Twitch, I will be streaming again later tonight, hopefully, if the collab is still going on. I have a collab tonight, so if you on the main YouTube channel with either one like to come over to Twitch or to the gaming channel, Glitter Games, then we are gonna be streaming some games with some friends tonight. So yes, hope you guys enjoyed, and yes, Sailor Uranus. If I didn't like Sailor Uranus, I wouldn't watch Sailor Moon. She's the god. Honestly, oh my god, dare I say it, one of my first ever like actual like animated crushes. She's amazing, absolutely amazing. Oh my god. Okay, tangent real quick before I actually end the stream. I'm super talky today, but I'm so upset at myself. I had this Sailor Uranus figure, and it was a really nice figure, and when I moved, it broke. Her arm broke, and I tried to super glue it, and it just didn't look good, and I will forever be upset. I'm gonna try to find that figure again eventually to have it in my collection, but that's another reason, by the way, that I'm moving my room around so I can have a better place for my collection. So you'll see that a little bit later, but yes. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's stream / yap and rant. But anyway, I will see you guys next time for another episode of You and Idol X Love Live, apparently. Okay, bye bye.